Yeah. Ooh, they said they want that finish. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Hey, let's get with you. Happy Monday. This is Orangey and the Orangey SWAC Sports Network. It's Red Beans and Rice Monday. Recap of the game Saturday. Jackson State just scored again. Nah, I'm bullshit. But anyway, hey, great game Saturday. And I want to thank all of you for coming out and joining my little watch party and watch me. And I hope you had a good time entertaining yourselves with each other and entertaining me. Now with the Red Beans and Rice this Monday, if you Jackson State, you get an extra piece of steak with your red beans and rice. Southern, you got to go on Plank Road and you might have to get you some weenies or something. But now, real talk though, Southern, you did an outstanding job. I think for Coach Graves, his first year as a head coach, to take a Southern team and use 3 different quarterbacks, salute and much respect to you, brother. Y'all made it, man. You ran into a well-armed machine dealing with Jackson State. And Jackson, I'm going to break it down to you how you got to get bigger and stronger to beat this squad, man. I got some highlights from the game. We're going to go over that. And before we do that, I want to give a special shout out to the for Prairie View. They, it's graduation time. Young ladies and men, y'all done worked y'all behind off to graduate. And they did a thing on their Instagram and tagging them to their graduation pictures. And I thought this was just a real nice thing to do, man. So if you look on Prairie View, and I hope all SWAC schools start to do this, man. They say you got, get your grad swag and tag you up in there in your photos. And as you can see, hey, them college graduates, I know when I graduated college, we ain't have nothing like this. Well, hey, I'm old now. We ain't even have the internet now. So pump your brakes. But I like this, though. You go through there and you can click on the graduates. They got their grad photos. So salute to Prairie View for doing this, man. I think this is wonderful, man. We got to salute our college graduates, man. You made it. I don't care what your major is and what your GPA is. You made it somehow, some way. But I think Prairie View did an outstanding job highlighting their graduates. And it's a long thing, man. So salute to Prairie View once again. Like I said, you can look on their Instagram page. And if you have a college graduate this semester, hey, tag them in the comments. Let them know I said congratulations. I'm thinking about them. And welcome to this cold world that we call life and reality, because life be lifing. Y'all already know, baby, it ain't easy. It ain't. It's hard out here for a pimp. But, hey, once again, shout out to Prairie View. Thank you for sharing your college graduates with us. And if you missed that, y'all go back at the beginning and do that. Okay, the little black known SWAC fact. Let's talk Celebration Bowl. Hey, SWAC, we got to do something. We got to get more better. And I know I'm just talking about college graduates when I'm talking about more better. But look, man, look at this. MEAC leads 6-2. Damn, James. We got to get better, man. I mean, when this thing was called a Pioneer Bowl and all this other stuff, man. But it's, but what I like about it, it comes on ABC. I will be live streaming the game again. So if you want to come in and get your laugh on, tailgate with the Orangey again, I got something different. If the weather's a little bit colder, we might cook us a little crawfish etouffee, a little gumbo or something, But I don't know about gumbo because, man, I mess around and make a good pot of gumbo. I'm going to sleep on y'all. Gumbo and a little OE and all that other good stuff. But yeah, anyway, they say about 2.5 million people watched this game. I know I was at the first Jackson State and South Carolina State game, Celebration Bowl. When it first started, Alcorn and A&T had about 35,000 there. Now it's hovering around about 40, 45,000. But we got to improve on this SWAC. We got to improve on this. Last year was our first victory in a while. Contrary to belief, FAMU fans, if I have one of y'all in here, I did have on a FAMU shirt last year rooting for y'all at the game. Not at the game. I was probably watching it somewhere. All right, before that, I mean, hey, Jackson State, you 0-2 in the last 2 games. So I think I'm gonna bring y'all some good luck this year. But if you look through the series record, it ain't looking good for us, man. That 31-10 victory, that hurt. I ain't gonna lie. You know, A&T beat up on Alcorn. That was, man, Alcorn, at least you pinched them. Yeah. And you just go down there. It just ain't looking good for us, man. But that's your little black known SWAC fact, man. We are, and hit me out on this one. I have no problem with the Celebration Bowl. Number one, these schools need to be paid more money. Number two, MEAC, if you're going to participate in the Celebration Bowl, your last damn game was 3 weeks ago. Now you got 3 weeks of rest and watching video and film and walkthrough practices, getting healthy. Now Jackson State, or even if Southern would have won, I guarantee you they'd be traveling. Both schools would have to travel on a Wednesday or Thursday to get there. It's a bowl week, so you got a lot of stuff to do. You got events you got to go to. You got to do different press conferences, all that kind of stuff. You got a well-rested team against a team that had to fight their behind off to get there. Think about it. You and the MEAC, you win 3 games, you damn near won the conference already. So, I mean, no disrespect to South Carolina State or Bulldogs, I believe you call them. No disrespect to y'all, but you got the advantage right now. Because Jackson State, I know 2 of their quarterbacks, I don't know the status of the injuries, but 2 of their quarterbacks were hurt. So I don't know if they're going to be 100%. But, you know, and Brother McCarty said, I have an opinion about why MEAC have dominated, celebrated in the past. Hey, Wendy, how you doing this today? Atypical, the MEAC has an extra week to prepare against SWAC teams. Atypical, they got 3 weeks to prepare. Seriously. Salute. Hey, hey, niece, how about that? I kicked 50 today. And I know you Jackson State fans will be happy, but my old lady went out and bought me something. So this Saturday, this is what I'll be rocking. This is a JSU hoodie. She said if Southern would have won, she'd have went out and bought me a Southern one. But I got me a new Jackson State hoodie. I got all kind of stuff, man. So Saturday I'll be rocking Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? And I got me one of she told me when I travel, I don't know what I barely can hold on to a telephone, but I guess it's one of these little pad things. Man, this stuff look like something for some kids to play with. I don't need none of that. Yeah, I kicked 50 today. I told her all I wanted some cake and a 6-pack of OE. That's right, happy 50th. Okay. Yeah. I thank y'all so much for joining. Please hit that like screen. But Brother McCarty, she loves thee. What's going on, sister girl? All right, you know I'm gonna check you out later on. But get back to that SWAC and thank you for the birthday wishes. Get back to that MEAC. Like I said, I don't want to disrespect no HBCU, but I just don't think it's fair for you to have 3 weeks and then Jackson State have to get over all of the injuries, get over all of this stuff. They finished playing Saturday. Okay, they had all Sunday. Now you got class Monday and you got practice. Say maybe you might practice Monday and Tuesday if you're lucky. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. By Wednesday, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be on the road because it's like I said, it's bowl. It's a bowl week, man. You got to do more than just show up on a Friday, walk through Saturday, get up and play the game. No. So, but I do have the highlights that we're gonna look at, and not further ado. Let's look at some of these highlights, man. And Southern fans, I don't want to hear you complaining because and seriously, I went to Southern pages and I told them, hey, you got nothing to be ashamed of. I respect you a whole lot more than you think. Yeah, I talk noise about anybody that lose or win, you know. But the thing I liked about Southern, your quarterback was out. My man T-Set came in. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. T-Set, man, didn't play a bad game, man. All right, this first play we're gonna look at. Now, this formation I like from Jackson State a lot more. It looks like a 3-3. That's three down linemen and 3 linebackers. I don't like how cornerbacks play that far off. Now not this corner here, but this other cornerback. I don't like this 10-yard cushion you give him. But we're gonna let this play roll. All right, he's faking a jet sweep, right? Now, as Jackson State, this is what I'll tell you about that defensive line. This pocket started closing from the snap. Once they fouled the ball, now you see that man with his hands out. He's actually holding. But as he look, you looking. Now, when you get flushed out against a talented team, you should have threw the ball right then and there. But when you don't throw a ball against that talented team, guess what happens? Look how they coming down to pursue you. That's you sauce for the goose. As one that hits you right there, now here comes the cleanup man. Bam! That's great defense, man. You playing against some grown men out there. And show again. See, wasn't open. This man is actually open. He should have let that ball fly. The middle of the field is wide open. But I believe this pressure right here scared him. So he moved. Once he moved that pocket and started rolling, look at him pursue for the ball. Look how Jackson State get after that ball. They're coming. This man got nowhere to go. If he don't get you, the next man will. And then it's just rolled up. That's great defense, man. Next play for Southern. Pocket is clean now, a lot cleaner now. The protection is a lot better. See, when you play that far off, look, all you got to do is turn around. That's what I'm saying. When you play them 10 yards off, that's first down, man. Throw the ball. Didn't throw the ball. Now, this is what I like about T-Set. Since he didn't throw the ball, the wide receiver kept going. Now, you look over to the left side of this field, or the top of your screen, I should say. Look at all this running room. All this running room here. By the time this linebacker get there, it's too late, man. So as you let it ride, look how fast he's moving. It don't look like it, but he's moving. That's a good run, man. Next play for Southern. You have an unbalanced line to your left, and you have twins to the bottom of your screen. Now, I like this. Jackson State is about to show pressure. You're going to need a lot of this. I love a 4 or 5 man front with 3 linebackers. I love it. Come get me. But watch out now. My man T said, this man is automatically wide open right now. This man is trying to break free. That's like a pick play. Pretty good coverage over here. Square up. See how he's open? Top wide receivers open there too. But guess what? Pressure. Jackson State is relentless. Remember the formation I told you what they was in? That pressure. Southern is lucky to get that ball back at that one. Jackson State front 4, I'm telling you, it's one of the best. You go to replay. Your tackle is beat. When you put that hand on the back of him like that, and the other hand up under that shoulder pad, you're trying to push him away. But these talented athletes that Jackson State don't have on that defensive line right here, it's a wrap. I showed you where the 2 men were open. I don't know what he was doing trying to. You don't have 5-6 seconds to throw the ball. Push. Still, look, he took on 2 blockers and still got to the quarterback. That's the type of talent that Jackson State have on their front 4. Whoopsie. Lucky. He is lucky to get that ball back. Big man lucky. Them refs just call anything. Jackson State get their first possession of the ball. Look how much respect, or I don't know if you want to call it respect or how scared Southern is. Look at the line of scrimmage and look how far the defensive backs are playing off. Man, I'd be throwing 5 and outs all damn day down the field. Turn around. See what I'm telling you? When you play that far off, look how many yards he got. I will take 5 yards on first down every time. Southern got lucky again on this one. That man is wide open, 5 yards down the field. Let it go. Lucky he put just enough on him to push him out. Fake your jet sweep. Design run. Southern blew this up. That defensive end for Southern, he was not playing the radio. Good defense by Southern that time. That was a design run, and they got back there. T-set in the back. Again, look at the top of the screen. Look how much cushion you've been getting. Quarterbacks in the SWAC, you have to hear me out. When you see that like that, throw that 5 yards. Get them 5 yards, man. Get them 5-6 yards, bro. But this is a good pass play anyway, though. Look how clean that pocket is. Pretty much covered, right? Nope. Great catch. When you got time, these quarterbacks will kill you. Jackson State. I like this formation here. You got everything sitting over here to the top of your screen. Unbalanced line and everything. Good, clean pocket. See how clean that pocket is, man? Don't see anything? Look how much room it is to run. Kind of dangerous for a quarterback, but that's a lot of room to run. Hey, I'll take it. That's a good run by Morgan. Next play. Now, this is just straight up pure heart. He should have been caught in the backfield by this man here. You got a linebacker in the hole. Come up and meet him because that's a nice hole. And you already know what I'm about to say. Wide women from West Virginia can walk through there. He missed him. Guess what? Missed him again. Missed him again. Missed him again. Missed him again. Lucky. That's a grown man run there, man. Next one. I would have hit this man right now. That's just me. Also, look underneath. This man is wide open. That crossing route was open quite a bit. So you got 1 and 2 wide receivers open. The ball slipped out of his hand. He was lucky to get that ball back. But you had 2 wide receivers open. So that underneath crossing route, if y'all understand what I'm saying, that underneath crossing route, it's awesome. Here they come with the blitz. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Pretty nice pocket. Throw the ball, throw the ball. The man is open at the 10-yard line. I don't know if you can see him, but he's open up here. Should have been through that ball, man. But you ate it, and here comes Southern. See, Southern was playing good defense. Of course, and great special teams play from both schools. Besides that one kickoff. All right, Southern get the ball back. Now, this is what Southern was doing or trying to do. Well, they actually had more success against Grambling than Jackson State. See, they act like they're going to run up the middle, right? Going to bounce out to the outside. But this time, Jackson State was prepared. He tried to come back in, and look what happened. Look at all them gray shirts around there. That's great defense. Against Grambling, they was taking that ball down their throat. I like this formation. You got everybody spread. You got trips to the bottom on your screen, and you have twins to the top of your screen. This is a pass play. No matter who's running it, unless it's a quarterback draw. Here come the blitz. See how that man come through there? Shout out to Cannon. He got rid of the ball just in the nick of time. You got a wide receiver open. Boom, hit it. Great one-on-one. I got the ball. I want the ball more. That was a great one. See, T-Sets, he took it. He took it. Fake the jet sweep, blow it up. Now, I gotta put this one back. I want you to see how this man took on two people at the same time. Look how quick he's back in the backfield. He can hit, watch. He hit the quarterback, he hit the running back and the quarterback. That is called, and then here come the boom, the rest of them. That was great. Field goal by Southern. I told you Southern got a good field goal kicker. As long as he don't get it blocked. All right, next play. I still think it's too much cushion being given. Morgan back. Or is this yeah. No, that's that little speedy. Yeah. I think that's the play Morgan got hurt on. Yes. Southern was bringing it now. Blitz. RPO. Look at that hole. See now, Jackson State, when you over pursue, you got this one linebacker back here. You got one linebacker to stop the run. He over pursued, right? This defensive end over pursued. You get through that hole, you in some trouble. See how you get through there? Just a little bit. And you down the field. Now that's, Jackson State is known to give up a play like that, but they don't break now. But that run was good enough. Next play. Design quarterback run. Start in, bounce out. Look at all this wide room over here. The Jackson State defender right here, he never turned his head. He looking at that wide receiver. Turn your head, young man. He still think it's a pass. See, he's running with the wide receiver. The quarterback, you see that? He never turned. And then T said did the rest. That was a pretty good one, though, man. Next play, this is a touchdown. Lead blocker, start in. See how he starts in? See how he dips in? He's dipping in. Like, makes you think he's going inside. That freezes this linebacker right here. Like I told you, when it's like this, jump it up in the middle, nobody's running in there. What you can do is come around. If he would have came around, he would have called him. But by the time he realized he was going to the out, touchdown. But that's all right, though. Hey, Jaguars were feeling themselves. Once again, watch. That dip in there froze everybody. You don't need much, man. These are athletes, man. Next play with Jackson State. Freeze. Look at that protection. When you have protection like this, your offensive linemen, when they looking around for somebody to block, everybody else is pretty much handling their business. You need that. Now, this was wasn't a good pass, but the protection was there. You threw in the double coverage. But that was, hey, that's all right, Morgan. Oh, now, yeah, this is the play with this linebacker right here. When you crash that hard, if you don't break down, look how you trying to make a tackle right now. If you don't break down in front of these men, they're going to run past you. They're going to sideswipe you. Watch that. Whoop. Gone. 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 The defensive end was there. That was the play that I thought it was offensive holding on the wide receiver, but it turned out to be face mask. Remember, they switched quarterbacks because Morgan had got hurt. And if anybody knows the injury update on Morgan, please let me know. Them J State fans. Now, this play right here, I'm telling you, this, I've seen Irv Mulligan do some running. No, this ain't Irv Mulligan touchdown. No, this is the bowling ball. This is the bowling ball touchdown. This play right here is straight up the gut. There was no pulling. There was no trapping. That's me and you. All you got, all I got. Look how this bowling ball busts through that line. Boom. Touchdown. Move the pile. Now, the Herb Mulligan run come in the second half. That's Matthews. RPO for Jackson State. Now, if he wanted to throw a screen, he could have. That's what he should have. A wide receiver right here into the flat. He should have thrown there. It's all right. Look how hard they hit him. When he catches the ball in space, when Jackson State catch the ball in space, it's called yak. Yards after the catch. Look how wide open he is. He had two men wide open, but look how wide open he is. Once he hit him, it's a wrap. That young brother moving. He got them wheels on him. He lucky. Man, that was a great one. Southern say, we're going to blitz your behind. Quarterback design run. Not this time. He gone. That young man was moving, man. When you over pursue on a blitz with athletes like this, they will outrun you because you're moving too fast. You got to learn to come in and break down. They going straight for the ball. You got to break down. Is this the Mulligan? I think this is the Mulligan touchdown. Yeah. This the one. I've seen some runs, man. This run right here should have been stopped in the backfield. Look at this. Look how he, I stopped it right here. I want you to see. Look how he has Herb Mulligan 1, 2, 3, 4 yards from the end zone. Watch this now. Here comes another tackle. That's 2 men. He's 3 yards from the end zone now. He carried 3 defenders into the end zone. 1, 2, 3 defenders. I'm gonna slow it down again. God damn it. I gotta find my bad. No, that ain't the one I want to. Hold on, my bad. I hit the wrong button. I'm gonna get it straight. Y'all give me a second. Yeah, because man, that was a crazy penalty there. But that Herb Mulligan run, when he carried them 4 into that end zone, man, that's Herb Mulligan. Then hey, we're gonna hit him. We can't get a hold of him. Hit him out of bounds. The thing I like about Jackson State linemen, look at them. Downfield. Blocking. Them young men, that's a good line. Get off one, get off another one, just up the middle. Look at it. Man, come on, bro. It just started to turn ugly then. You know, Southern went done. Yeah, they were. When you start scrambling like that, you got to take off. Look at it. You're going pretty good. That's a good run now. He's running for his life. Now, Southern should have scored here. You needed a touchdown here. But like I say, Jackson State will bend, but they don't break. That blitz, when you come through that clean like that, nothing you can do. That defense was a monster, man. But still, you 3rd and 18. You got a 3rd and 18 play? Is this your 3rd and 18 play? Hell, almost. Nothing but a good draw. He had to settle for a field goal. I think right here, this when I was begging Southern fans to stand up, but I believe that was the momentum changer for y'all. You lost your mojo there. Now, Jackson State started feeling themselves. When you spread them out this wide, you run the 4-2-5. You spread them out this wide, but look what happens, man. Now this little quarterback started to feel itself. Now, he should have never threw that ball. And if he would have thrown the ball, it should have been to this wide receiver. He tried to go for the juggler. But look how that defensive back is in position. Turned out to be an interception. He threw to the wrong man. Now Southern, you back in the game. You got life again. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You are in your look. When you back there like that, look at that space. Look at that cushion. Look at the cushion. Take them 5-6 yards, man. Clean pocket. This man, he's open. Now he's open also. This was a good throw. But, man, look, you had options, man. He went up and high pointed the ball. And lucky J-State defenders didn't hurt themselves because they ran into each other. That was a good one. But guess what it resulted in? A punt. Like I said, Jackson State don't break. Hey, JSU fans, you better tell that young man right there, don't ever come back by that ball again. And they just trading punts. Punters. Rule number 1. When that ball, you put your heels on that 10-yard line. When they punt from the 50-yard line or 40-yard line, you put your heels on that 10-yard line. If that ball does not come to you on the 10, you move out the way. That ball was kicked low. Jackson State has a good punter. That ball was kicked low enough where you could have got out the way. What ended up happening? You muffed it. And I believe this right here was your nail in your coffin. Long road, hey, long bus ride back to Plank Road, brother. Look at it. It's so hard to say goodbye. Now, J-State, fired up J-State. This was just outstanding. One-on-one coverage, one-on-one coverage. The pocket is still holding. Watch this man here. They think it's a run. Not here. Watch this man here. My bad. They think it's a run. Everybody, these two guys left this guy here. They think it's a run. So these two here left him. Look what happens. Look how wide open he is. Look how wide open he is. And then it's a wrap. Boom. And that was about it, man. You know, once again, you think it's a run, wide open. Look, that man, look how wide open he is. He's seeing, but it's too late now. When you think it's running, look, that ball is coming out of his hand. That is outstanding. It was a clinic, man. It was a clinic. I think that's one more. And then I know Southern fans cussing me out, but hey, I break down football games. Look, number 0. By all means necessary, Jackson State, please retain him. This young man get the ball in open field, he's dangerous. Look at this. That man should have been tackled 2, 3, 4 times. That's 4 tackles he got out of. 4 tackles he got out of. And this is the last one, then we're going to stop the bleeding for poor Southern. Then I'm going to come back to the fans, and that's it. He deserved that touchdown. Now, that was the game in a nutshell, man. And I hope Southern fans don't understand. I hope Southern fans understand, look, this is not to demean you or degrade you in any possible way, because I think y'all did a hell of a job. Because I'm telling you, after the first month of the season, I say there's no way Grambling is not going to be in the SWAC championship game. But, hey, y'all proved us wrong. Yeah, that Irv Mulligan run, that was a grown man run. You seen it. That's why I slowed it down. That man took 3 players into the end zone from 4 yards out. That's pure heart and dedication. And so they asked what kind of ankle injury that Morgan has. I don't know if it's, I got to say it. I want to say it looked like a high sprain ankle injury, but I'm not sure. But that's what it looked like when he got rolled up on. Because when he got rolled up on, he grabbed up towards the top of his ankle. Now, if it's a low ankle sprain, you grabbing around that ankle itself. So hopefully he can still move around. But where's Brother Bakari? If you because I'm gonna drop that stream link. Yeah, the link to get up in here. Because going back to the SWAC and MEAC game, I always watch it, but it just didn't seem like that the lead was 6-2. But hey, that's what it is though. So now going back now, let me look at what is it? South Carolina State. Now, this is South Carolina State's schedule. They lost to FAM. They beat the Citadel, then lost to Georgia Southern. And that's the last time they lost a game. That was 9-16. So what's that? 14, my bad. So September 14 is the last time they lost a game. And they had some pretty dominating wins, but not going to brag on about beating Fort Valley State and Delaware State. The North Carolina Central game, that was a good game. That was a good win for them. Howard is no. Norfolk and Morgan, no. So that's, and like I said, the last time they played a game was 11-23. So you well rested, man. So that's their schedule of what they did. Now Wednesday, I'm gonna have a game of theirs to break down because they, their fans think that they're all that. I ain't gonna lie. No problem. How we gonna fix the 6-2, Joe Eagle? We can SWAC. We can start by beating South Carolina State. Man, I was enjoying it. That's how we can start fixing it. Now, the Celebration Bowl. Say if you have 45,000 there. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I know when I was there for the South Carolina State game, Jackson State game, it was 40-some thousand people there. 38,000 was Jackson State fans. No disrespect to South Carolina, but y'all don't travel like that. All throughout the hotels, the lobbies, the parties, and all that other cool stuff that was going on, it was all Jackson State dominated. But what the MEAC does, and I'm not sitting there saying it's wrong, but the MEAC, those coaches will come together to beat the SWAC. If you don't think South Carolina State has went to other coaches and say, this is what we did against FAMU. This is what Jackson State against FAMU. How can we fix it? They work together like that. Hell, they ain't got nothing else to do. They've been out recruiting for the last 3 weeks, if that. So well, I dropped that link. Brother Bakari, you still in there? I wanted to hear what you had to say about the MEAC success, because now Alcorn, don't get it wrong, Alcorn. You and Coach Fred McNair was winning the SWAC, but y'all look pretty suspect in the Celebration Bowl. So you gotta let me know, man. How we gonna fix it? Jackson State better get one healthy quarterback, because you remember your first and your third string quarterback got hurt. So you got to start there. We got to get a healthy quarterback. Now, Irv Mulligan can only do so much. Now, I like your third string quarterback because he ain't afraid to pull that ball down and run. To me, Morgan is not afraid to run the ball, but Morgan wants to pass more. But that third string quarterback you got, he tucking it and booking it. You come blitz him, you want to. One was cramps. Oh, the third string quarterback was cramps. Oh, got to stay hydrated. Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering, Because I'm like, man, come on, man. Well, you third string. You're probably thinking that you're going to play, man. But that's no excuse. But I really want to see the guy's supposed to send me the FAMU game. Oh, it was another thing. I got to see if I can find it. The all HBCU team came out. And I think I sent it to myself. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. Where it go? All right. Now, you know, I don't really get involved in these lists and all that crazy stuff because I'll be like, man, y'all high. What y'all watching? But this list came out today. Now, I'm gonna blow it up. Y'all can tell me what you think. It says all HBCU top HBCU football players by position from the 2024 season. Now, the young man, he started off just like a lot of us did, content creators, and now he got a good job. But let's see if I can make it bigger. All right, I hope that's big enough where you can actually read it. All right, like I said, South Carolina State is banging on their quarterback. It says quarterback Eric Phoenix, running back Irv Mulligan, another running back Jamari Taylor from Central, Javon Gibson, Pine Bluff wide receiver, Nathan Rembert, Valley, South Carolina. South Carolina State has a tight end and an offensive lineman. Howard has offensive line. You mean to tell me Jackson State don't have one offensive lineman on the all HBCU all team 2024? If you look at the offensive lineman, that's who I look at. Those are your big money makers. But you look at them, you got Nick Tace from South Carolina State, Darius Fox from Howard, Carson Vincent from Alabama A&M, Grable for Florida A&M, and Connor Meadows from Tennessee State, and then all-purpose player from Delaware State is Jaden Sutton. You mean to tell me Jackson State, little man kick returner is not all purpose? You go down to the defense. Now, this is where I took issue. This is why I don't like this. If you look through this list, there's not one Jackson State player on there. You mean to tell me a team through 7 games that's given up 13 points, now one player is on all HBCU team? Now, Alabama State players, I can see that. The cornerback, Scarborough Burgess, defensive lineman, Traquan Thomas, I got that. Andrew Jones, Grambling State, got that. Dozier, Alabama State, got that. But you mean to tell me there's no defensive lineman from Jackson State that could have made this list? See what I'm saying? With that list there, man. So let me unzoom it, get that thing down. But that's the list, and you can find this on who's this? Yeah, whoever this dude is, man. I forgot because they sent it to me. I believe they wanted me to get married because it wasn't a lot of SWAC. It was some SWAC players on there, man. It says overall the SWAC and the MEAC are tied at 12 players each, landing on the list. However, the MEAC leads the SWAC when it comes to players on the first conference team. Man, you go to hell. Go straight to hell. Now, man, I like I said, I took more offense about the defense than anything. Yeah, yeah, that's him staying. There you go, Miss Whitley. Yeah, that's him staying. I think, you know, I think that these a lot of these folks, they're off that East Coast. If they're not from that VM area, they from that Pennsylvania area or something like that. And I don't think they really come down south and watch a lot of football. I think they are up there in the that MEAC stuff, and they stuck on the MEAC. See, if North Carolina A&T would have had a decent season, oh, they would have put players on there. I have no idea why they think North Carolina A&T. And when FAMU was in the MEAC, you couldn't get these people to stop talking about FAMU. Now they're in the SWAC, they ain't getting that type of love anymore. Makes you go, So I think that list, like I said, I took highly offense to the defense. I'm like, come on, man. Now, like I said, some of them players, especially from Alabama State, that was a strong defense, but their defense could not come together and stop people like Jackson State did. They had, and when folks talk about the coaching at Jackson State, that's why I scratch my head. I'm like, okay, you don't give up points in the second half. So with the talent that they have, which is superior to me, they're not giving up points. So why y'all questioning the coaching? I guess you want Jackson State to go out there and you know, like y'all say, JSU by 40. But you can't beat everybody by 40. But you can stop people now. And what? That Southern and Alabama State scored what, 10 and 13 points or something like that. And Southern is supposed to be the best in the West. And Alabama State was supposed to win. Or was it Alabama State was supposed to win the East. So think about that before some of these people talk about the coaching there. I think the coaching are doing a great job at Jackson State. It's going to be hard to keep Coach Quinn. Now, Coach TC Taylor, they're going to keep him. And players have to hydrate when it's cold. Well, they're going to be playing in the dome. But you're right. I mean, I'm pretty sure them players are, you know, they're not going to be able to go to Magic City on Friday night and come, you know. That's like when I played ball and stuff. We used to go to do crazy stuff in the clubs like that and then go out there and try to play football. That's a long time ago, though. They ain't going to Magic City. But they won't have to rest up and work out the because it's hard, man, playing a game on Saturday. And I'm pretty sure they're used to it. But you've been playing football nonstop, but you had that one off week. So what, 13 weeks you've been playing football? And you got a school that had 3 weeks off? But, you know, like I said, MEAC, get some more people in your conference. Put Delaware State in your conference. Put somebody up in there, man. Or if not, have your instead of the SWAC MEAC just playing 2 games a year, because you have the SWAC MEAC Challenge, and then like FAMU played South Carolina State. Make Norfolk State, make some of these other schools play more than just FAMU. If Quinn happens to move on an opportunity, Javancy Jones will take up the mantle. That's a good coach. Javancy is a good coach too. But you got to realize, if you don't think that these other athletic directors are looking at Jackson State coordinators, defensive line coaches, especially offensive line coaches, you got a running back that broke Walter Payton's record. So you don't think they're looking, oh, who's doing the recruiting at Jackson State? They looking. Trust me. Everybody's sick and tired of being sick and tired. Jackson State is the hunted right now. If Jackson State win the Celebration Bowl or not, next year when you play Jackson State, whether you play them in the vet or you play them at your home stadium, they are coming to headhunt for you. Nobody likes, how can I put it? Nobody likes a champion if you lose to them. So Jackson State is on it. So yeah, FBS will be come call it. You're right. Trust me. Let Willie Simmons down at FIU have a decent year. Who can we pluck next? Trust me, because the money that you can make on there, trust me, it's there. That's why I tell people. I said, oh, that's Bakari, you up in there? Oh, that's Uncle Willie. What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, Galloway?
What's happening with
Hey,
you, brother?
I just want to talk a little football or a little MEAC and SWAC football.
Okay,
Now,
break it down for me, brother.
well, Galloway, now I've been following both leagues ever since I was like 12, 13 years old. And I always wanted them to meet with something like when we have the Celebration Bowl. But now what I believe is, because I know it's several components that's dealing with this. You know, it's an East Coast bias.
Yes.
That's why people think that the MEAC is better than the SWAC. And how the hell can you think that the MEAC is better than the SWAC when they only have 6 fucking teams?
I
I
agree.
mean, so I can remember when Winston-Salem and all those teams was in the MEAC. Now, what I think goes on is, you know, the SWAC makes a lot more money. They're a lot more popular.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the early teams that went to the Celebration Bowl, with the exception of Grambling and FAMU, really had a desire to win. Dion was out coached those two. It's no excuse for him losing those 2 games. And then, frankly, in my opinion, TC should have coached that last Celebration Bowl.
I agree.
Considering that fellow was already going to leave.
Yes.
But throughout the years, I don't believe that the team from the SWAC was really concerned about the Celebration Bowl. I mean, yeah, they happy they went to it, but they was more concerned about winning the SWAC because it was a grind to win the SWAC.
Yes.
And see, and another thing people overlook, which I've been saying from the get green, when a team have 2 to 3 weeks to prepare for you, that's not fair. That's not fair when you coming off of this year we coming off of a SWAC championship straight into the Celebration Bowl. Now, previous years, you know, they already had 2 weeks off. We played the SWAC championship, then we had a week off and we played. I don't think that's fair, but we didn't cry. People in the SWAC, we didn't cry. We know that it's unfair, but we didn't cry about it. But now this year, when Jackson put that when Jackson put that belt to ass, I don't want to hear nobody. See, I done heard other people on different platforms talking about they give the MEAC a B and give the SWAC a D because they teams didn't win. That still didn't stop Jackson State from going undefeated in the SWAC. That still didn't stop Jackson State in the last 8 games from scoring 130 points to their opponent's 13 points.
That's true.
That still don't stop Jackson State for having the #1 recruiting class the last 3 years in FCC, in the top 3 in the FCC, but the #1 in the SWAC. That don't stop that. That don't stop none of that. So when these people sit out here and try to snatch the glory from Jackson State, from Jackson State, just know that it is the world against it is the coalition against Jackson State. They always been that way ever since I can remember. Galloway. Ever since I can remember, it's been a lot of hatred towards Jackson. But we have our fan base. We have people that do love Jackson. But the DDRs, I know you know what a DDR is. The DDRs and these primates, that's basically what we have that's hating on Jackson. But after Jackson put that ass whooping on South Carolina, I don't want to hear nothing else about how good the MEAC is. How the hell they good and they only have 16, and only 2 of those teams is good.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, you win 3 games and then you didn't won the conference, man. So, you know, 4 games is cherry on the cake. I was seeing it was only a few people Saturday. They kept saying can't win without Dion. And I'm like, this man has left that program 2 years ago. And the true Jackson State fans that I know, okay, you was here, thank you. It's a wrap. And Coach T.C. Taylor has told people before, when he took over, he had a shell of a team. I think.
Look, Galloway. They lost 61 players, all they coaches except for 2, and all they training staff. Then the man even went up the valley and got a coach.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that with you, but you know, People talk about what he done for Jackson State. If it wasn't for Jackson State, that Negro wouldn't be coaching.
Yeah.
They the only one that gave him a damn look and let him provide the way for him to go to what, Savannah College, Jacksonville College, one of those colleges over there, to get his degree where he could coach.
It was one of them in Alabama. I think it was in Alabama, one of the HBCUs there. It might have been Talladega College.
One of them, yeah, with Talladega, one of those schools. You know, in order for him to be able to coach.
Yeah.
You know, this man, you know, Galloway, you know, I live here in Jackson.
No.
So I pass by Jackson State all the time. You know, and let these haters tell it. Jackson State didn't have nothing until Dion came. Only thing this man did was put some TV screens in the clubhouse, a few games. He didn't build that damn Walter Payton Center over there.
No,
he didn't do all this stuff that y'all say that he's done.
A lot of
I'm appreciative of him bringing the light back to Jackson State. But hell, Jackson State been winning ever since I've been born, ever since I was around. I've been around 57 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Walter Payton Center, that's been around so long, and I know a lot of different projects was in the works before then. I mean,
way before then.
Just about every HBCU, they started stepping their game back up, putting more money into their facilities before he came. And what people got to understand, you can't build a pyramid in one day. It's going to take years. It's going to take money. It's going to take funding. Some people will get there and they will look at it and say, oh, that's what he built, or that's what this guy built. That stuff been in the work for 5 to 7 years, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have a 10-year plan for a lot of stuff. So 10 years out, this is what we're looking to do and start building it this year at X, Y, and Z year. And some people just like to hate, man. I think that Jackson State do get a lot of unnecessary hate now. I ain't gonna lie. You know, people accuse me of being Jackson State all day. I'm like, man, if you don't look behind me, and I said I highlight everybody. I asked everybody, hey man, you want to do X, Y, and Z? Really, a lot of folks kind of like, well, I don't give a damn either. But you know, like some folks like, hey, I don't mind if you share that, or I don't mind if you say this and that. You know, but a lot of folks, man, are kind of funny. But as soon as I start talking positive about a school, especially when I talk about Jackson State in a good way, man, I be getting all kind of hate mail. I be like, man, go sit your ass down somewhere.
Man, watch this. Just like I said last year at the beginning, I said, now if Florida A&M, they win it all and they go to the Celebration Bowl, I'm going to pull Florida A&M. When Alcorn beat us those couple of years and they went, I'm pulling for. But if Jackson State go, you know, half the SWAC is going to pull against Jackson State. It's crazy.
I'm telling you right now, a FAMU fan hit me up today. Talking about if your Tigers don't win, yeah, I'm talking because we beat South Carolina State. I said, what? I said, man, come on, man. But I got it. You know, you mad at Jackson State because you feel like that. I don't know why FAMU fans thought that they just was going to come to the SWAC and just run over the SWAC.
They thought they were going to tennis bury the SWAC. They thought they were just going to run and just run rampant over the SWAC. And Jackson State been kicking their ass ever since the 70s.
And the thing is, this is your 4th year in the SWAC. FAMU, you have 1 victory and 3 losses against Jackson State. So you got to go back to the drawing board, man. You know, because if you don't win, if you lose and brag next year,
they gonna lose and brag. Watch this. I'm telling FAMU this. I'm telling FAMU people this. For the next 3 years, if you schedule any Mississippi team, we gonna whoop your ass and brag.
Well, there it is. You heard Uncle Willie. He say for the next 3 years. Now, hey, FAMU fans, you more than welcome. You free to come on up and say your piece. If you haven't, well, I know y'all kind of upset because, like I told a FAMU fan, don't say football until spring of 2025. You lost the Valley. And so you can't really say nothing. But I think the hate for Jackson State, it's more of like, damn. We got to hear that we lost to Jackson State again. Bakari,
Well, they talk a lot. Well, Callaway, they talk a lot of noise. They probably just ain't talking on your show. Oh, they real delusional and they real silly with they shenanigans. They worse than those haters. They real silly with they. I didn't believe it until last year. They real silly with they shenanigans. Now they not now they look like they sucking on lemon. I know tears came in their eyes after the second quarter. This is what I want to ask you about the game. What is your analogy about the game? 'Cause I missed what you said. Now, I wasn't worried not one bit in the game. People want to say that they were worried with 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and we was getting the ball back in the second half, that they were worried about one possession game.
No, what I know of watching Jackson State and watching Southern.
Come with it.
I know Jackson State, Coach Quinn, and I keep saying this, he makes the best adjustments. He plugs his players in, and they understand the assignment. I had no doubt that Jackson State was going to shut down Southern's offense. None. I had no doubt, because the defense, I'm talking about Jackson State defense, was going to shut down Southern. I said, if anything, Southern might get a lucky touchdown, end up getting only a field goal. My thing was, when you put your third string quarterback in, and this man started saying, it ain't open, I'm running, I said, it's over. So when you bring that extra element of surprise in there, and he can throw the ball too, but he has vision on that field to see.
Not according to the haters. Not according to the haters. They don't know that the man threw for 10,000 yards, and they're not for the haters. The haters say he can't throw.
Man, they crazy.
Just because just because we're 4 quarterbacks deep. You know, we had a white boy too. That white boy cold. Yeah. That joke can run. Just because we had 4 quarterbacks, what we were supposed to do when Morgan went down, when we were supposed to just give something the ball and just give up. What you mad because our third string quarterback is better than your starting quarterback for?
Now,
that's what you're mad at. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, you good, man. You running it. The thing I try to explain to people about with Jackson State, you have athletes not only at the skill position, but your Jackson State offensive line, even though
they're playing the Conference USA and win.
Exactly. That left side
they
of your
can go out there and play in that same league with Colorado and win.
What's it? Number 71? I don't know his name. Number 71 for Jackson State?
Henry.
I look to see him on Sundays. I mean, you watch this man blocking and his ability to pull and move and get down the field and block. That's something special you got there.
The depth. Talk about the depth. We got depth.
You got. That's what I'm saying. You missing? What, 3 wide receivers? So you got.
I think it's 4 wide receivers out.
4, and then you got Marcus Debris grandson, and then you got number 0. Hey man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be very interesting. And you know you got that. Y'all got to steal.
We got Miller coming back next year. I hope. I hope he's on a medical red shirt and he come back next year and run these next 2 years and get in the NFL himself. I'm hoping that's what's happening.
You also got a steal from Oak Grove. That linebacker, that 220 kid from Oak Grove. That dude's a monster. That dude is a monster, man. So 6'1", 220. That's my damn.
They're building a program. Building a program. They building a program. TC is building a program over there.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think he had it in. I thought he would be a pretty good coach, but I didn't think that he can go out and get what he got. You know, that number 0. That boy is a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, he gets the ball.
Is a pretty good pickup.
He gets the ball in the open field. Folks in trouble. Don't kick the ball to him. The second half, Southern kicked the ball off the Jackson State. Bedrock, I'm telling you, he was one shoestring tackle away of taking it to the house.
I saw it.
That's just about every game they kick the ball to him. He's either 1 block away or he's one tackle away. And I'm pretty sure South Carolina State has seen it and like, don't kick the ball to him. I'm telling you, I kick the ball out of bounds before I kick it to him.
They say that all the teams in the MEAC gets together, you know, because all those teams gonna play one of the teams in the SWAC. They all gets together and team up to beat the SWAC.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, they winning right now. It's like 6-2, and like I said, I have no problem with the Celebration Bowl. But hey, look, man.
Yeah, what's your opinion?
To me, the MEAC has to play more schools.
Yeah. What should happen? What really should happen, Galloway? What really should happen is what I really think should happen. North Carolina Central, South Carolina State, Hampton, Tennessee State, all should need to come into the SWAC, make a big conference.
Make a conference.
Because Morgan State, all the rest of those schools, they could go, they could do something else. The only schools that you're gonna have relevant is North Carolina, South Carolina, and probably Hampton on some year. And so if you get those three schools in Tennessee State and they all combine and SWAC and make them I would even go as far as making is turning the SWAC into a FBS program. But we need a lot of help. We need a lot of help. Now if that clown had stayed here, it would have made the whole HBCU better. I know a lot of people can't see that because a lot of our people can't see vision. But if he had stayed in place, it wouldn't have just helped Jackson State. It would have helped the whole HBCU nation. People would have been more. But I think it's still coming. I think that move is still coming, Galloway. I think we're gonna start back getting some players out being drafted into the NFL because you're getting a lot of slough coming out now. What you about to? I'm sorry.
No, you're right. The portal also. I'm looking at some of these players that's coming in the portal. It's a 5-star defensive lineman from LSU, and he's looking at different SWAC schools to go to. What it is, a lot of these young men are going to the whatever you want to call it, Power 5, Power 4. They go in there and they busting their tail and they are not getting any playing, which they don't understand. A lot of times when you go there, they make you sit 2 or 3 years.
Because you got to get bigger.
Yeah.
Good is good. I didn't mean to cut you off. Let me say something about that. Good as zero is. What's his name? I forget that fella name.
I know what you're talking about though. Yeah.
As good as he is, I don't believe that he would start at one of those SEC. He had to get bigger. He have to get bigger. What they don't understand when they go to those programs, they gon' put them on a nutrition and weight program for them to be able to pick up about 50, 60 more pounds.
Yeah,
muscle. Before they can get out there and play.
They would probably put at least 30 pounds on him of muscle. You look at how big Travis Hunter got from his freshman year to now.
Yeah.
That dude he's gotten huge. But hey, you know, that's that like I tell people, their meal plans at some of those schools make the SWAC meal plans look like snacks. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
That's why I kept saying Jackson State, I hope y'all meal plan, Alabama State, FAMU, I hope y'all meal plans have stepped up. Because now you're starting to see these 300-pounders. Texas Southern got 2 300-pound defensive linemen coming from JUCO. So if you got these big boys coming in, and it's hard as heck to keep 300 pounds on you and have that type of strength and muscle that you got. So I believe the players are starting to come back. Not all of them, but with this portal and NIL and all this crazy stuff going on, some of these players get frustrated and they want to play. But if you want to play, now this is just me. Don't wait till your junior year and realize, I got 1 year left. I'm gonna go to HBC. Man, I got it. I'm not gonna sit there not encourage you to go. Man, you should have known this 2 years ago that you wasn't gonna get no playing time or this wasn't you wanted. You could have been playing 2-3 years at a HBCU. So we're gonna definitely sit back and watch how not only the portal, but these recruiting classes are coming in now. Brother McCarr, you got something to say? You got yourself muted, brother. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. Go ahead on, bro.
Yeah, I was just listening, taking in, because I know your last stream was locked out. I ain't even know you had come back. So I'm listening, getting caught up. So over some things that you spoke on that I heard you talking about the future of the you spoke on the celebration ball. I heard you talk about FBS. I do think HBCU, but hey, really mute your mic. Thank you, sir. There's that can be that, but the future of the SWAC, right? The SWAC, Jackson State. Now we can probably go into this further detail after the Celebration Bowl if you choose, but you saw Southern Miss just hired a black head coach, right?
Yep, I seen that, and I wonder why.
I'm gonna tell you, because can we get into it for a couple of minutes?
Go ahead, brother.
And FIU hired Willie Simmons, right?
Yes.
And I saw some people on Twitter say they pulling for the coach from Southern Miss, and they happy for Willie Simmons. I hope both of them fall on their face in the mud, and I'm going to explain to you why. If Southern Miss succeed, that is Jackson State in the SWAC failure. The players that Jackson State is starting to get, the players that they're getting, right? If Southern Miss go back to their glory days, that's Jackson State and other HBCUs failure.
Yep.
If Willie now they both hired him for the same thing, to clean up their trash, because that's what we do, right?
Yep.
And so if Willie succeed at FIU, that's FAMU. And I saw people bragging, people in HBCU spaces bragging. See, we don't understand the whole situation. He can take FAMU recruits. That's nothing to brag on.
Yep. That's what he gonna do.
Because if he take FAMU recruits, he's just hurting another
HBCU.
And what he did was he was the head coach at FAMU, correct?
That's correct.
He bent the knee to go to Duke to be a running back coach. 1 year, he wasn't good enough to be a head coach from an HBCU. But your credentials of a running back coach at a so-called Power 4 school can get you a head coaching job. The disrespect is right there in your face, right?
And I agree, because why FIU wasn't looking at him before?
Yeah.
Think about that. When he went undefeated in the SWAC, that was right after the year that Coach Prime left. Why wasn't FIU looking at him then? See what I'm saying? And that guy from Southern Miss, man, I'm like, bro, what are you? But hey, I don't think it's gonna work out the way they want him to work out at Southern Miss. But I think that they at Southern Miss, you know, with the TANF scandal, you know, them stealing that $5 million to build that gymnasium, and Jackson State 3 out of 4 years winning the SWAC. Jackson State leading not only FCS in attendance, but I think they know USM know they're not going to be on the Ole Miss or Mississippi State level, but we be damned if we're going to let Jackson State beat us.
And guess what? And they have accepted the fact they're just a buffer. They've been accepted, even though historically their program is better than Ole Miss and Mississippi State. But you notice they could never get in the SEC or the ACC.
Don't want
them. None of them wanted to keep you there as a buffer. So what they did now was they hired a guy from Marshall who's an HBCU grad from Hampton. And we're going to bring it because Jackson State has passed them. Jackson State is absolutely third in the state of Mississippi now, right?
Yes.
They have passed Southern Miss. They're better than Southern Miss. They would beat Southern Miss. So what they did was they to come and be their head coach and hoping that can take some of those 3-star recruits that's coming to Jackson State, those JUCO players that's going to Jackson State, Alcorn, Southern, Graham. They want, you understand what I'm saying? They want to take from those HBCUs in that area. So it's going to really, so if he succeed, and I tell people, I ain't no hater. but I see what's going on behind the scene because I was raised to see it. Do you remember in the Malcolm X movie when the guy told Malcolm X in prison, don't just read the word, read behind the word.
Read behind the word. Yeah. And trust me.
Don't just look and see who they hired. Look and see everything that's going on. Then you can see behind the hire and you will see why they did it. Because we don't understand that this is war. I'm just going to go ahead and use the word. It's a war tactic. And they want to take from us.
I'm telling you, like I was telling Uncle Willie, Bedrock, when that young man from Oak Grove chose Jackson State over USM, ULM, and a few other those schools like that, when they see stuff like that, we got to do something. And I'm talking like USM, because like Ole Miss and Mississippi State ain't worried about it. Now Ole Miss and Mississippi State was shaking in their boots when Coach Sanders was there. But now you got Coach Willie Simmons coming down to Oak Grove. Not Willie Simmons, Coach T.C. Taylor coming down to Oak Grove that's taking us. Usually, because you know, if you Oak Grove, you'll stand out, you automatically going to USM. Or you going to ULM, you going to Tulane or somewhere like that. But I really believe that this was a calculated move. USM has been in the dumps. Nobody goes to the games. Their players ain't worth a crap. You know, over the last few years, the only time they've actually had a great attendance at their games is when they played either Alcorn or Jackson State. And those folks look like, damn, look what we could be every Saturday. You ain't playing in Jackson State or Alcorn, ain't nobody coming to those games. Like I said, I've never heard nobody say I'm going to tailgate at a USM game. Yeah. Only time somebody gonna talk about tailgating at USM is they playing Jackson State or Alcorn. Now,
and this is let me say, stop like this. Like I said, I don't want nobody to think I'm a hater and don't want to see a black coach succeed. But I understand the position that we're in. I understand why those people were placed there. So therefore, I understand. I need them to be absolute failures in order for us to continue to grow. They have to be absolute failures.
Because if not,
to continue our growth.
I understand what you're saying. Because if not, all they're going to do is wave that carrot, which is $1, every time a HBCU coach gets a little shine, get a little momentum. I'm telling you now, I see Coach, in my opinion, Coach T.C. Taylor ain't leaving Jackson State. But they will pull other coaches from him. It's gonna make it harder. But see, Coach T.C. Taylor, that dude is, when they say you ain't SWAC, that dude is SWAC. So I don't see him going. Now the other coaches, they're gonna dangle that carrot in front of them. But what USM did, I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense to me. Why y'all doing it? Besides, you are mad because Jackson State is getting that shine. And Alcorn has always had, you know, before Jackson State, Alcorn was going back-to-back SWAC champions also. So, and remember, the coach from Alcorn, remember when Alcorn had the white coach? USM went and got him.
Yep.
Remember that? Think about that. So you making sense to me. And I hope the people watching understand what you're talking about. They do not want to see that Jackson State Jackson State Valley or Alcorn succeed. I know they don't. But hey, we gonna keep going. We gonna keep pushing. I guarantee.
And I hope Jackson State and Southern Miss play, right? See, it's not the fact that I want to blackmail, but the schools, they do have to fail. I'm just being honest. They have to fail. They have to fail. They have to fail. So when people hear me say, I don't care. See, I'm going to say again, because I really don't watch PWI football no more. I don't. If you go through what they call the Big Four, I probably watched all season combined. All the quarters combined, I may have been a game and a half. I really don't. I watch HBCU football, and I watch our competition, what we are competing against. I've watched more Sun Belt, Conference USA, MEAC.
Okay.
Than I would have Power 4. Because those, believe it or not, even though we're FCS, those are the schools we're recruiting against.
Yes. You're right.
Those are the schools we're recruiting against. And when I saw the MEAC championship Saturday, 15,000 people. Now they say Jackson State only had 23,000. Me personally, I think that was wrong. I've been in the stadium. It looked like it was more than that. That's just.
I'm about to say they look more than the 35,000 mark to me now.
That's the same thing that I was saying, but the MAC had 15,000. Sunbelt had 20,000. Conference USA had 18,000. Now I think ESPN put the numbers down to make it seem a little closer.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah.
And I'm watching the MAC and I see some of these talented players and I'm like, why y'all the only people that look like that on the camera? Listen, I think we have a prime opportunity if we can afford it because, you know, we don't have what they have in the coming money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really believe in Midwest. Is places we can recruit and start getting. And I ain't just saying Jackson State, but I'm saying we at this point, I'm talking about HBCU. I believe in Midwest is a place that we can recruit and start getting some of those 3-star players from out that way who wanna, man, don't nobody wanna be in on, you know how cold Kalamazoo, Michigan is, man.
Hey, every time I see Montana or Wyoming, I'm like, ain't no way you can get me out there, man. Cold as it is out there, man. Man, I was in Idaho one time, and I keep telling folks, when it's 45, 50 degrees down here in the South, it ain't that bad. 45 degrees up there in Idaho? Oh, hell no. It's extra cold up there, man. So, man, so I know what you talk about, Brother McCarty, and I really believe, you know, Jackson State used to, what Valley does it now. They recruit out of Chicago a lot. And, you know, you got a big alumni base of Jackson State and Valley that attends Chicago. They come from Chicago. It's a lot of talent up in there, too, around that area. And hopefully they can see. And hopefully, I think if Jackson State win this Celebration Bowl, I think it's going to change the recruiting landscape in the SWAC. Now, wait a minute. I only thought they could win with Deion Sanders. Now, you got another coach up in here, so it must be a machine down there. Let me go down here and look. I think this is going to help them in a good way. And I'm not taking nothing against South Carolina. Besides,
it's going to help HBCUs too, though. Whitley, I know y'all used to the cold up there. It's going to help the HBCUs too. I'm telling you, some of them 3-star players, or some of those players that was overlooked that going to Toledo, going to Ohio. I'm telling you, I believe HBCU can get some of those players. I really believe they could get some of those players from the Midwest. Because think about it, most of the black people in the Midwest got family down south anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we got some Ohio babies at Jackson State.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. We could get some of those. The HBCUs can get, because I'm gonna tell you, JSU is my favorite, right?
Yeah.
So again, if I tell you on like Alcorn and Valley, I'll be lying. So then if I tell you on pull for the rest of the SWAC or the MEAC when they play in other schools, I would also be lying, right?
Yep.
So for me, I don't just look at us, right? I look at the other HBCUs because I don't want us to just have one good team in the SWAC, one good team in the MEAC. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want us to have several good teams.
Yeah, and we need to. And like I was telling Jackson State fans earlier, you the 100 now in the SWAC. Regardless if you win this the Celebration Bowl or not.
Ain't no joke. Whatever you get on, you can't get it out.
Because next year, every team that you play, they gonna want to beat Jackson State, and that's good in my opinion. I think Texas Southern Coach Dishman has a nice recruiting class so far. Once, like I said, what's the day? Monday. By Thursday, Prairie View, Alabama A&M needs to have their head coaches in place. You see, A&T, North Carolina A&T already got them a coach. So, hey, These folk, Valley also by next Thursday. By next Thursday, they need to have their head coaches in place. You already behind them.
You saw Valley got them one of them 3-star recruits that turned down to me.
Yep. Yeah, and I tell people, man, if you got talent and you want to play football right away, go to Valley. You know,
but
so
did you see the recruit I'm talking about? That 3-star athlete that Valley got turned down what they would call group of 6 schools.
Yeah. I'm hey, Bakar, I'm telling you, man, it's starting to happen again.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you. Look, I was watching the coach from LSU today. He told alumni and booster club, you want to stay competitive, you better put more money into NIL. Them folks sat back like, what? Hey, now some of these kids ain't even worried about NIL. Some of them are, don't get me wrong. But a lot of these kids want to play. And it's heartbreaking that you would be a 5-star, 4-star, and you ain't playing. Where you can come down to the HBCU level and you can play automatically.
You know who that is at Jackson State team? You know who that is? Phillip Webb, 4-star recruit, went to LSU, set that bench, came down to Jackson State. Phillip Webb, well, I think he got another year. Phillip Webb gonna get him a chance, gonna get a shot at the NFL. And if a lot of these guys I want people to know if they're not in the NFL, the UFL is growing. So you're gonna see some of them, if they ain't in the NFL, they're gonna play in the UFL.
Okay, or the Canadian League, yeah.
Yeah.
And look, I keep telling folks the NFL is such a hit and miss with talent, man. You know, what is it? Derek Carr. This dude had lost to every NFL team, all 32 teams, but except the 31 team, because he ain't played the Raiders yet. When he loses against the Raiders, that'll be every NFL team he lost against, and they done paid this sorry sucker $100 million. Imagine that. Now, I've never seen the substandard type of players that the NFL is getting now, because I did a piece at the beginning of the season, and I think I'm gonna do it again either Wednesday or Friday. Where Frank Wycheck, he was on HBCU Go, and they talked about how nobody from HBCU got drafted, and it was something like a few players from the FCF level got drafted. And Frank Wycheck let it out the bag. He said they don't want to pay them, so that's why you'll see all the HBCU players go undrafted, restricted, or unrestricted free agent. They got to make the team again. But meanwhile, you'll pay a first, second, or third rounder that probably never going to get on the field. Pay them millions of dollars. But you got you got players from the HBCU levels that will get there and work their behind off, make the team, and when it's time to pay them, they cut them. Just like the player from Jackson State. The only reason why that linebacker from Jackson State, he went to the Lions, they did not want to pay that man, so they cut him. So he got picked right back up. I can't think of his name, but they were showing
James Houston.
Houston, that's him. The Lions cut him, and another team picked him up within that day. Bam, we got him. You didn't want to pay this man because this man, you set him on the bench, and then when you got his time to shine, he got up in there and was tearing the defense up. So you're gonna see more of that happening until they go back to one of these owners. And look, I'm gonna tell you this about the NFL, and then we because Tamona, I think she said she was going live at 8. But I'm gonna say this about the NFL. You got 5 GMs that went to HBCUs. You mean to tell me out of these 5 GMs that went to HBCUs, you mean to tell me you can't draft one player?
Not one.
Not just because he went to HBCUs, because of the talent that he has. If Irv Mulligan does not get drafted, I'm going back to what I've always said about them, about these NFL teams. These scouts that they send down, player personnel and all this stuff, you just do not like these young men because they come from the school who actually transcend the NFL. The NFL was transcended by HBCU players in the 60s and the 70s. People don't want to believe me when I tell them that, but you talk to the Hall of Famers. That's why you got Jackson State with 4. South Carolina State got 4. Grambling with 4. Southern, I think they have 4 now. Even a school like Alabama, A&M, with John Stallworth. Look at John Stallworth receiving yards per catch in Super Bowls. You'll be blown away. Well, we all know Jerry Rice to go. But you look at somebody like that, they are afraid that it will go back to that.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Let me tell you something else, man. And I was watching this documentary. I don't know if you've seen it. And by the way, before I continue, did you get my email the other day? Did you get my email? I put it in the chat. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, man.
I'm gonna put it in the chat now while we live.
Okay, and I'm gonna copy and paste it. Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Well, I was watching this. You remember San Francisco? They got the West Coast offense, right?
Archie Cooler started.
The gunslinger. They copied Mississippi Valley State coach offense and changed the name. Had him coming up there. Remember, they were talking. He would go up there with them on the whole season. This man probably thinking he finna get an old coordinator job. They use your stuff.
Yep.
Give it a different name.
Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh took his stuff.
Yeah, Bill Walsh. Wait till you die, then give you credit.
Archie Cooler, the guns. I keep telling folks, they let it out the bag that Bear Bryant and all these other racist coaches learned from Coach Eddie Robinson at Grambling. They learned a lot of stuff from us. We never get the credit, but right now, these schools have more money. And a lot of these young men, they want the Range Rover and the Rolls Royces and the Lambos, and them schools are giving it to them. So that's how we look at it, man. Man, go ahead and put that your email in the chat, man. We're going to get on off here.
I put it in the chat, but it didn't come up. You ain't getting it. Let me see if I can put it in the I did. I'm gonna put it in the private chat then.
Okay.
I did. I just put it in the let me put it in the private chat. Because I want to talk to you about other things.
Okay.
More than because I relate football and what we are going through and them bringing those people in to change their program to be better. Like I said, what's going on is a microcosm of what go on in real life out here, man.
Oh yeah, it's man. You gotta follow that money, brother. You gotta follow that money.
It's in the private chat. Do you see it?
Let me see. Private. Okay, I got it now. All right, I got you.
Yeah. Hit me up. Hit me an email. Then I'm gonna shoot you my number, man. So we can talk. Because we need to keep. I appreciate the channel.
Okay.
We need to keep working on this and talking about this. It's like I said, I let people know it's the same. When I'm looking at this stuff and I see what we're going through, the HBCUs, you can literally look at our community and see the exact same thing. You understand what I'm saying? You can see the same thing. What's going on in our community? But yeah, man, it wouldn't let me. If you don't see my chat,
I got it. Yeah, I got your email.
No, I'm talking about in the chat. It won't let me post it. I tried to put it in the chat. It blocked me. It wouldn't let me put it in there. Not that I'm blocked. I can't put my email because I'm not a moderator. If I'm a moderator, I can put my email.
Okay. I'm about to say because I know I got it in there because I'm on.
But you
I'm about to send you. Okay. But all right, man. I appreciate you coming up, man. I thank all y'all for coming in. Mr. Mona is live. I try not to run into everybody's live stream. I try to only go for a little bit. But thank y'all all. Please like the stream. Please share the channel. And we're gonna see y'all. Wednesday. But thank y'all. And I'll see y'all over on Timona's. Y'all have a good night.